There was an idea called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more, see if they could work together when we needed them to fight the battles that we never could. Phil Coulson died still believing in that idea, in hero. Well, it's an old-fashioned notion. There was an idea called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more, see if they could work together when we needed them to fight the battles that we never could. Phil Coulson died still believing in that idea, in hero. Well, it's an old-fashioned notion.
Alrighty, guys, welcome to the podcast. We're joined here with Fred and the members here of the United Collectors Expo. So, Fred, introduction, then I guess we'll switch it over to Armando and Johnny.
Well, guys, it's Fred here in the Collectors. As to say, we got two great, wonderful guests here from the United Collectors Expo. We got Johnny and Armando.
So, whenever you guys are ready,
What's up, guys?
Very nice. All right, so thank you for joining us, guys. I appreciate it. Introduce yourself, guys, one at a time. Just where you guys are from, a little bit about yourself that you guys want to share with the collector world out there.
This is Armando Garza, and I'm from San Juan, Texas, and I'm the one that runs the United Collectors Expo. We've been doing it for 6-7 years. Yeah, time passed. Wow.
Johnny.
Oh, well, I didn't know if he was done or not, man, because he likes to talk a lot. So I was kidding. Well, I'm Johnny, man. I just tagged along with this guy. You know, he said, "Come over to a show and let's do it." And I've been tagging along. Here I am. Still.
You mean the master of ceremony, sir? There's
Yeah,
a title,
yeah.
right?
Well, I'm Johnny, man. I'm the MC DJ for United Collectors Expo. So, like you said, man, I've been with them since back in the day when we started in the city of Bar. And, it was one of the, it was funny how I got into this because he invited me over to one of his shows.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea what a expo, con, nothing, bro. He's like, "Come on, dude, come over." I'm like, "All right, I'll go check it out." When I walked in and I saw all the vendors, I was like, "Holy shit! Like, what's up?" Oops, sorry. Can I say that?
You can say it. You got it.
All right, my bad. And dude, I got into it, and he's like, "Dude, I need a DJ, man. Can you help me out?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, bro!" With my experience background, I'm not gonna go where I got my experience from, but I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's do it!" So we went at it, bro, and it's been a success. Thank God. Since then, bro, we've been doing fine, and we've been rolling.
Perfect. I appreciate you guys joining. We got Alex in the comments. What's up, Alex? Alex from Everyday Media and all that.
What's up, Alex?
Mr. Alex.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Alrighty, so we'll just go ahead and go into some of the questions, guys. I mean, it's open discussion. I mean, I appreciate you guys joining. If there's anything a little too personal, just let me know. I mean, I don't think
too personal, bro.
Like, what is your shoe size?
14.
In women's. I'm just kidding.
And 8.
But I guess, and we'll let both of you. Words are hard. I'm sorry. We'll let both of you guys take turns on answering one at a time. So I always ask this because given the genre that we're in, a lot of collector. I mean, obviously, right? United Collectors Expo, right? Collecting figures, pops, whatever it might be. Pokemon cards always be a fast one or basic one. So to each of you guys, I mean, if you want to rock paper scissors, who answers first? But to each of you, what got you into collecting? And I'll kind of go first to give you guys some time to think about it. My dad used to work at the Nickelodeon in FAR. He was a security guard, and he used to bring home like the Pokemon cards, like Charizard. I held so many Charizards, man. I could have been like a millionaire, like straight up, but I fucked up, So yeah, if I could go back in time, though, right? But that's what got me into collecting, and then I went with Fred to one expo back in Mission with Leo. Saw that you can make money off these little things, and me being me, I was like, I like to make money. Let's try to make a little more, right? And then from there, we made bad decisions, right, Fred? So,
Oh, very bad decisions.
so that's what got me into it. I know Fred started off with Hot Wheels and worked his way there. So, to you guys, I mean, whoever wants to answer first.
You got
I mean,
Miguel in the comics saying, "Hi, Armando."
yeah, Miguel saying hi. Miguel Garza says hi, Armando.
Hello.
What am I,
What's
chopped
up,
liver?
Mr. Miguel?
So,
All right, Miguel,
How's
what's
it
up?
going, man?
but I mean, whoever wants to answer it first between you guys, what gets you guys into collecting? What's
What got me into collecting was, I wasn't a collector when I was small. I mean, my favorite movie of all time was Star Wars. So when I was small, I used to collect a lot of Star Wars. Pues también like He-Man, we would watch the cartoons and stuff. So it was He-Man and Star Wars. And then, I mean, I had my figures and stuff. But when I started working, um, they started coming out with the X-Men. It was like 95, the X-Men, what was it, like 3-inch ones. And I started collecting those. And from there, I just took off. And then, I started finding out that people would hang out and start, selling on the side, like vendors and stuff. So I tried it. I remember there was one in McAllen. What was it? Hilton, I think it was. And from there, I would go to Hilton, and sometimes I would go to Houston, San Antonio, Corpus. I mean, as a vendor, and I was vending there in HEB.
What the?
It was
The
in
deli?
So from there, I would take my son and my nephew, and yeah, it was going pretty good. And after that, my son was like, "Hey, Dad, well, why don't you just start doing a show?" So that's when we started. But no, I mean, when I was small, I used to have a lot of Star Wars and some He-Man. I still have them there at the house.
nice?
Mhm.
Hey, so I have to ask you this question, man, because we're getting into that. Which is your favorite Star Wars movie? Just out of curiosity.
Star Wars, it's Empire Strikes Back because of Boba Fett.
No,
My
I,
favorite character, man.
I had a feeling. I'm not gonna lie.
Because he didn't have a big role, man. I mean, Boba Fett's like it's it. But
What's
no,
go-
Boba Fett's it's the top dog, I would say.
Alex put in the comments the X-Men theme song makes you want to punch stuff.
Hey, especially with
Yeah, at the moment right now, Armando, what's like your prized possession in your collection? Like, what's that one item you have in your collection right now that beats any item you have? Doesn't have to be like the value wise, but just like memory wise or something that aspect.
my memory wise, plus I still have, like I said, like my Star Wars. I mean, I still have my little Boba Fett there, and I think those are the ones that you know bring me back to when I was small. So I think those are the most valuable stuff for me. Like that, I have like the Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, and all those characters. It was a Star Wars, but my main one was Boba Fett. But I still have all that. I mean, I never lost basically none of them. I still have them.
Nice. What about you, Johnny? What got you into collecting? Did you ever start collecting? I know you talked about going to an event. Did you ever collect when you were younger? Or
I did, man. I did. I would collect comic books back in the day. And back in the day, I was into Captain America. That was like my deal, childhood hero growing up. But then I lost kind of like interest in that. Started hanging out with friends and riding bikes. The kid stuff. So I kind of let it go. But then later on, we started doing some shows, and then I started picking up here and there. I see a little bit of this and that of Captain America. I'll buy it. Then I got into these pops, man. They just started coming out, and at first I was like, I don't know, man. I was
Star
buy
Wars.
one, two, and then I started buying a little bit of Star Wars, a little bit of He-Man, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, Rock, and they just gone on and on. But most of my collection now is more into bands like AC/DC and the little figures of Run DMC and Biggie Smalls, and that's what I'm collecting into now. Just
All
trying
the
to keep,
old vintage stuff, yeah.
yes,
I
cool.
gotcha. So we got Miguel came in the comments that Return of the Jedi is his favorite one. Alex, they killed him masculinity, or they killed his masculinity. I guess that's the book.
They killed off Boba Fett, man. I mean, they made him like a wimp, dude. Like he's like the best bounty hunter, but nah, I still hold on to my memories, man. This little new age stuff. They're making all the
It's
characters into
changed.
wimps, man.
It's
Yeah.
all the best characters, they made him like into a wimp. Like,
They match the new generation, right? I mean, but I mean that's a separate podcast. Um, you know, we want to puro mando according to Alex.
like, así como dice Alex, Road One. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
good movie, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I like that one too. That
Yeah.
that one I do like because that's like the start of it, how everything started.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a good one there.
Yeah.
And then we got if you're not collecting GI Joes, you're doing it wrong from Miguel. I mean, I mean,
Man, I had a couple of GI Joes.
did you? I'm not gonna lie. I just saw the movie and I wasn't sold. I wasn't a big GI Joe guy. I was a Power Rangers guy, bro. You guys know that. Power Rangers. That's my thing. But all right, very good. So, so I know we talked a little bit about how you guys met. So I guess I want to kind of dig that a little bit deeper. I mean, because I do have a little bit of back history with Johnny guys. You know, we did work together for a major company a while back,
Yeah,
doing things that we probably shouldn't have done. But I mean, that's besides the point.
it was all legal.
It was all legal. We
It was all legal for the record.
yeah, we escorted him to the ground successfully. What was it? I forgot. We would put on
He
there.
was escorted to the ground to prevent
Escorted
any
to the
harm.
But that's how kind of me and Johnny, man, and obviously Fred was working with that company as well. But how did you guys meet? Like, did you guys meet in high school? Did you guys grow up in the same neighborhood, or did you guys just like meet in school? Like, what's the backstory behind, or I guess the point of view for each of you, right? Because obviously, you know, you
Yeah.
have different points of view. So who wants to?
Well, actually, I mean, we met at junior high at LBJ,
Mhm.
and then we just found out that we're neighbors, man. I saw Johnny outside in the neighborhood. I'm like, what? He's
I know
here.
that bad guy.
Yeah, he was just like well, not like the front door neighbor, but my neighborhood
With the
on the
cul-de-sac.
next street on the side.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean that's where everything started off.
We started hanging out, man, and ever since, bro, we've been, you know,
Mhm.
throughout junior high, high school. You know, we tagged along with, you know, a couple of other friends and stuff. But after a while, you know how you get older and stuff, and you go this way and you go one way, and then we just happened to cross path again, and then it just bonded again, and so here we are, man.
Mhm.
See, it would have been awesome if you were like, you know, I was sitting outside the house one time, just no friends to play with, and then Armando showed up. You know, so I'm not gonna lie, like you know.
No, I mean,
Well, you know what? Let me tell you a story.
All right, let's go.
I'll tell you a story. Check this out. What happened? Okay, we went our own ways and what had not. I'm talking about years, bro.
Mhm.
And at one point, you know, back in my time, I did service for the city of Guar, you know, the fire department, and you know, responding to accidents and house fires and house calls and what I've not. I had a dream, bro. I had this dream that I was going to a vehicle accident, major MVA, man, major vehicle accident. And when I got there, I got to the driver's side of the vehicle and I saw this guy slump forward. And again, this is on my dream. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, I know this guy, right? And, you know, I try to get him out to perform CPR, but I checked for a pulse. I mean, it was so freaking real, bro, that, you know, I remember waking up and I was like, shit, I got to look for this guy, dude. You know, like, why would he come to my mind like that? So sure enough, you know, I drive down to his house and, you know, do a knock and talk. And his parents are like, nah, he doesn't live here. He lives, you know, in San Juan or whatever. Not. And his dad was kind enough to follow me. I'm going that way. And I went to his house, dude. And I told him, hey, bro, you know what, man? I had to come look for you. I had this fucked up dream about you. And I'm glad you're okay. And right there and then, you know, we started reminiscing of what went through our lives and whatnot, shared numbers, barbecued a couple of times, and, you know, it just triggered off again, you know, and we picked up where we left off. And, you know, like shit. I guess all that time that we were absent in each other's lives as friends, you know, we started talking about what happened in our past, our lives, and blah, 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 and we caught up. And I mean, me and this guy have gone through some shit, man. Highs and lows, bro. And you know, that's kind of a bond that a friendship has, bro. That once you got that bond, you can't just let go on a drop of a dime. You know,
Yeah.
we've never had arguments. We've never gotten pissed off at each other, or I don't like your fucking idea, or I don't like that, or I mean, yeah, we'll discuss it. What's best for the expo, or what's best for this or that, but never into a argument. And I don't want to talk to you today, and then I'll call him tomorrow. And nah, bro, never been like that, bro. Thank God to this day, dude.
Yeah,
We've
I
been
mean,
pretty
we never had a fallout or anything. I mean, it's just I
bromance.
guess life happened. I mean, Johnny got married, and pues, I didn't want to be a third wheel, so I just, just left everything alone. Pues after that, I just freaked out when he came to my house. I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing here, man?" He's like, "I had a dream about you," and I'm like, "Well, nothing happened. I'm
Yeah.
still here."
It's here, man, and bromance, bro.
Yeah,
Ever
man.
since, just
So
chilling, hanging out. And
yeah, we've gotten asked if we had a fallout or anything, but no, I mean, does a junior high, we've never gotten into an argument or a fight or anything. It's
That's
just a
awesome.
little chill. Yeah.
That sounds like good, Fred. I had to move away, bro. That's why I'm in North
Yeah,
Dakota.
yeah.
yeah, thank
Shit,
you.
bro.
Everyone told me, what was your biggest blessing? I'm like, when David got the job in North Dakota.
You motherfucker.
Yeah,
So
so
we
Fred, huh?
yeah, we got Miguel in the comments. Will there ever be any celebrity guests at United Collectors Expo? Looks like Miguel, you're gonna have to tune in because that is a question for the
That's
future.
a good question,
Yeah,
man.
that's a good question.
Stay
That's for
tuned.
later.
That's
Stay
for later.
tuned momentarily.
We'll
And then
see.
Jesus Cervantes, just like Bill and Frank from Toulouse. So,
Mhm.
but that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, just like Jaime, our DJ,
Shout out, Jaime.
we also saw him. We also knew him. I think it was in junior high también. Junior
Next to
high,
my
and then
junior high.
I bumped
High
into Jaime before he started with the show and stuff. And he told me about he does DJ and stuff. I'm like, hey, pues, if you want to DJ at our show, go for it. He's like, yeah. So he's been a good help.
Yeah, Jaime's a good guy. I mean, I know that you guys are pretty tight knit, right?
Mhm.
That's really awesome. So I'm gonna pass this question to Fred, so Fred can say it. Wait, hold on, wrong question.
Why did you
Wait,
go
no,
from
Matt,
collect?
here.
Well,
Sorry.
where was your first location? I know, like, I think the first show we done for you guys was in Far.
Yeah, it was at the Far Civic Center. I put like Kelly. We started off there. I think it was 2016 when we started doing the shows there, but it was
Like, did
called.
you guys scope out where you guys were gonna go, or you guys just said, you know what, Far, that's it, or did you go look at other locations?
No, we just started off there. I was like, no, it was Far because that's like close to where I live. I mean, I grew up in Far. So I was like, you know what, let's just do it here and see where it goes. But back then, plus I had another helper there, and it was called RNA's Antiques and Collectibles. But we just did maybe like 2 or 3 shows, and then after that was like we both went our separate ways, and plus I just changed the name to the United Collectors Expo.
How long did it take you to come up with that name? Out of curiosity.
Oh my God.
I think
Like, Johnny didn't agree with the name. The fallout's really coming out.
the discussion that we had,
no, I think it was like maybe a week, like in a week or something, and I was telling my wife and my cuñada, and I was just thinking about names, and until I said, well, first of all, talking about the names, actually the first name that I was gonna say was Down South Collectibles. But my wife and my cuñada were like, no, that sounds too ghetto. I'm like,
Bring all
okay.
the sureños to the shows and everything.
But that was gonna be the first one, Down South Collectibles. But no, I stuck with United Collectors Expo, and that sounds smooth.
Hey, I gotta ask, bro. What was the runner-up name? There had to be a runner-up name. I gotta ask that one.
A runner-up name?
Yeah, like it had to be between like United Collector Expo and another one, right? I'm pretty sure you had two options. Or no?
Collectibles 956.
No, I was gonna do actually
What was that?
the first letter of my wife, my son, my daughter, and myself. It was gonna be Jamma Collectibles.
Jamma Collectibles.
Like J for Jaslyn, A for Armando, M for Mary Lou, and A for Armando. But it didn't sound good. So next, scratched it off.
You're like, it's very good, but this one might be a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
That
So
one, I mean, I've gotten so many people telling me that that was like the perfect name. Like I've had vendors like, man, how did you come up with that name? It just flows. I'm like, I just thought of it and that's it.
you hear all the different ones, like what is it for, like anime this and anime that, or
Yeah,
animation this, and I'm just like, they all sound the same.
yeah. Anime Corpus, Anime Harlingen, Anime Bronzeville,
An-
Anime.
Nothing
Anime
wrong
verse.
with it, though, they're
Yeah,
all good names, but
yeah, yeah. No hating on the names or anything. It's just
yeah,
that
I'm
stay a
I'm
little,
hating on the names.
unique.
Yeah, it
you
was just
know,
something different, man.
we wanted to
Yeah,
stay off that little realm of uh, keep
you
it
want it
And
to
with
be different.
Expo,
Yeah, you want it to be different, more unique,
more
more.
different. Yeah.
anime and yeah,
So
there's many.
from coming up with the name, what made you want to transition from collecting personally to organizing the events? Like, I know you said that your kids were telling you about it, but what was the main? Was it like one bad event that you attended? You were like, you know what, I could do better, or
No, I mean, when I was in Harlingen, was it just started dying down, and my son just like, hey, Dad, well, you know what? I mean, why don't you just do it over there in Far McAllen, somewhere like close to where we live, instead of going all the way to Harlingen, and because we would wake up like at 6 in the morning, so we could go and set up over there. But and I told my wife, and I just told her, you know what? I got to know almost all the vendors, and it wouldn't hurt just to do it. I mean, I mean, if I do it, I don't have nothing to lose. If it doesn't go good, well, I'll just stop. But yeah, that was the only. I guess the encouragement came from my son, because he was like, no, pues, let's just try it over there and see what happens. And so yeah, luckily I did listen to my son, and pues he's also part of the United Collectors there. He's
nice.
also a helper there. Mhm.
So we got Alex shared a link here, guys. So this is showing the highlights of the United Club Expo growing. So if you guys want to check out some of the previous videos that Everyday Media has done, it's a little small montage there. We got Miguel that came in with a comment. He says, "Would you ever consider adding arcades or gaming setups to the United Collectors Expo?"
I mean, I would want to do that, but I just see. I guess we don't have that much space. It's just the space that's killing us on that. I mean, I would want to get a something a little bit bigger on the building,
Yeah.
but I mean, so we could add a little bit more stuff like arcades and stuff. But it's just the space that because it's more the thing that I want to go with is more collectibles. But if I do have the space, I would add, an arcade. I mean, I've had Este Ham ask me about that, if he would want to, if I would want him to bring some arcades over. But I mean, I would love that, but I just don't have the space
Yeah.
for it.
I mean, the idea, it did come up and we
Yeah.
agreed on it. You know what? We should do it. Let's do it. We made, like you said, the contacts were there, but we didn't want to make it smaller where we'd have to get rid of some vendors and like we won't have room for them anymore. So what's more important? Let's keep the vendors in, and later on, if we're blessed to find another location to move to, which we were blessed at one point before COVID. I mean, we were like dead on going to Far.
To the
I mean, it was a done deal
event
already, and we had contracts already come done and everything. We had everything settled down. Then we got slammed with COVID, man. And I mean, that really just
I mean, even for
finished
that,
it.
we did a fundraiser. We
Yeah.
asked you guys also for sponsorship.
Thank
Yeah,
you
But
for sponsoring.
of course.
now when we're
So
gonna move into the Far Event Center, it's like it all went down the drain. I was like,
Yeah.
"Geez."
I get you. Hey, so I mean, I didn't want to bring that up, but I mean, we can, right? So, do you think with the pandemic, do you think it really like, like derailed the plans, or just regroup and recuperate where you guys wanted to go? Because I remember, you guys. I mean, obviously we sponsored you because we believe in the show. I always told Fred. I mean, Fred have always talked before. If it wasn't for United Collectors, I don't think we would have had the collectors. Like that's where a lot of our exposure came from, a lot of our fan base came from, and always grateful to help out any way that we could. I know me and Fred talked about it a lot, but do you think that the pandemic like hindered it, or do you guys think it was a blessing in disguise? What did you guys think?
Well, actually, The pandemic was a blessing in disguise, man. Because that was the year that my wife came down with cancer, breast cancer. And so that was one of the plans that I was gonna do. I mean, if I was gonna do the show, I was probably gonna cancel it until everything came out good with my wife. So it was a blessing in disguise, man. I mean, I didn't. It didn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me at all
Yeah.
because it gave me more time to concentrate more on my wife and my family. Porque, I mean, I always put my family first. For me, it's always family first, man, and other than anything else. But yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. Mhm.
And Johnny, were you disappointed in the contract falling through, or?
No, not at all, man. I mean, we did have our hopes,
Mhm.
prior to us finding out about his wife. I mean, man, I had sleepless nights, bro. The excitement of us going over there, and
Mhm.
it was just going to be a new door opening for us of new shows, and we were going to have voice actors, and I mean, we were about to get rolling, but then that came in, like Armando explained right now, so we had to slow down a little bit, and so now, we're happy where we're at. We've been trying to think of new ideas and how to make it better. And we don't want to step on nobody's toes and be like them, or oh, you guys want to be like them. No, not at all. I mean, kudos to the other cons or whatever. I mean, hats off to them, man. They do phenomenal shows and exhibits and all that, which is badass for us, right? And again, we like going to those shows and looking and hanging out, meet and greet more people and whatever not. But we are ourselves, man. We're a little bit different, and we're growing. Slowly but surely, we'll get to the place where we want to get to. Um, if we have the room, the capacity to put more people in, or voice actors against a wall, or like the question was brought up about the gaming, yeah, why not? But right now, I think we're happy where we're at. I mean, our vendors are happy there. We're happy there. It's a prime location. It's not too far from here and there. It's in Edinburgh. But a question that I would like to ask people that are watching: what would be the furthest they would travel? Like South Padre, Laredo. You know,
Like,
like
I mean,
we don't go over there.
I guess to the vendors, whoever watches this, where would be the farthest you would
Yeah.
follow us? That's the
So
question.
let's go, chat. So for the viewers we have in the chat, what's the farthest you guys are willing to drive? And as you guys are typing, we can put on here. So I got Jay Wright saying, I can see United Collective Expo doubling in the size into next year. I mean, I can tell you that, from my experience being there, obviously I haven't been there in a while, right? But I've seen it continue to grow. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do. What do you guys think? Do you think it's in the double, triple in size, or?
We would want to double it. I mean,
For
depending on
sure.
if I could find like a location that is big enough, and not too expensive because I don't want to. I guess in my personal view, I really don't want to charge too much for vendors.
Yeah.
I just want to keep it low because I've been a vendor before, so I want to keep everything low. And just like how we have the entry, I mean, we just have it at $3 because my focus is whoever comes in those doors, it's a potential customer for any vendor that's in there. So I
Yeah.
don't want to make it too expensive for you guys for like a table or a spot. So it's, I mean, money's not everything.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's something that we've always thought about. What if we were to charge a little bit more? Why not charge the vendors $80 a table or $75 a table? But nah, we'll keep it where we're at, and we'll keep the entrance, at $3. I mean, we could go five, easily.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it's because the thing is that I mean, thinking about the door admission, everything's going up, man. I mean, doing flyers and posters and gas, and sometimes I hesitate to bring it up to $5. I know everybody's struggling with money right now and stuff, but I mean, I mean, I just see it for the people and for the vendors to have a good time and get to know more people. I mean, from where we came from far till now, I've met so many people, man, and and I've gotten, I guess, a lot more closer to vendors and people that go like customers. I've seen customers go almost every show, and I'm like, wow, he's a regular. And I even know him by their name, just like Miguel. I met him there, and he's like a faithful
Yeah.
UCX goer. Yeah. And just like his question, he's saying the United Collectors will ever be a 2 day show. I mean, I would love that. I would love to do a 2 day show, but I guess I would have to bring at least celebrities to make it wild. Because I've seen other shows that do a 2 day, and I mean it gets packed on Saturday, and then Sunday, some vendors don't even show up, and so I mean it's just a waste of their time, I guess, because there's no celebrities or make it worthwhile. But I mean I've had that. I've had a thought of doing it a 2 day event, but I just need something worth doing a 2 day event.
Yeah.
You know,
You got Alex in the comments saying, honestly, Bronzeville and Harlingen are probably the ones I wouldn't want to go to for sure. It's not a big hit over there.
yeah.
Mm.
No, I mean Brownsville and Harlingen. Yeah, I've heard so many things about being over there, but I mean I wouldn't really want to go that far. I mean, I think probably like I guess the farthest I would probably think is maybe Mercedes um, to Hidalgo and Mission. Like
Going back to you being a vendor, Armando, what was one of like your best shows you've done and one of the worst shows you've done as a vendor?
as a vendor, I mean, I guess the best shows are upstate, man, like San Antonio and Houston, because you don't have people
Yeah.
trying to lowball you. You just tell them the price and here's the money, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I guess the worst shows was in Harlingen. That's what made me want to. I guess
Like, no shows.
that's what brought my son's idea of us doing it. You know, and I guess you learn from other shows of how to do it.
You got Jay Ree in the comments. As a vendor, I would follow to Harlingen, Far Westaco, Alamo, McAllen. United Collect Expos has grown because it's a quality show. We have some of the best customers that support us vendors.
Sweet, man. Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. J.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, and yeah, plus I mean, like Jay, like he said, he's seen the United Collectors grow, and
Yeah.
some of the other vendors, like you guys. I mean, you've seen us grow. We were at Far, and now we're over here. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that seen us grow, and I mean, and I guess the way I talk to all the vendors, I mean, I'm just down to earth, and I just say it how it is. But I mean, I don't really keep my doors are open. You ask me something, and I'll just tell you how it is. Like it's just straight out. I don't want to like, man. I guess like putting up my collar, like I'm the shit. Nah, man. I mean, I keep God first. God first, and just like on our shows, like all the vendors that go and set up, we always put Christian music. And I've had a couple of vendors like, man, I've never gone to a show where they put Christian music while we're setting up. I'm like, nope, God comes first.
First time, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. We got Miguel says yes, come to Mercedes. So I guess maybe Mercedes is the farthest people will go. Right?
Where in Mercedes,
There you
man?
go. Yeah.
Set up in the Pulga de Mercedes, bro. Let's go.
With the
Like,
golden
man,
towels
And
and
just try it out, man. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try out some other place, and
at
see
the
where
livestock show.
we go.
So I guess the next question I have for you guys. So obviously, starting at RA, starting in the FAR, and then moving to Edinburgh. Just between both of you, and you guys can write paper scissors on who's who. And I'm gonna shoot this question to Fred first, then I'll shoot it to you guys. But what's y'all's favorite part of the event? So I'll give you guys some time to answer. But for me, like one of my favorite things about the event, I'm gonna be honest with you, is when we give out business cards and they say I already got one, that's like my favorite thing in the world. Like
There you
like
go.
personally, like that's a me thing, man. Like I know Fred's like, man, why you got wasting the card? I said, hey man, if they give me a card back, I'm happy for it. Like that means like they know our location, they know the event, like they're probably following us on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Like I see it as a win.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pass this on to Fred first before we move on to you guys. So
Honestly, man, like one of the main things, it's the customers itself. Like I've been to cons before where you get those customers that are kind of like assholes, that they're demanding their dicks and all that kind of stuff. And I've never gotten a bad customer in the United Collectors Expo, man. Everyone's really like respectful, they're really friendly. Also that karaoke thing you guys do, man, that's pretty fun, man. It's
It
fun
is.
to
It
watch.
is, man.
It's great, and it's a great thing to enjoy, man. I've never had a bad. Every time I've done you guys expo, I've never had a bad experience.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite thing, man?
I guess my favorite thing is, I mean, man, I can't really pick out one thing because
They're all
basically
good,
all of
right?
it, all the show is good, man. I mean, from the customers, vendors, from our cosplayers, our MC, our DJ, Trista,
Chris.
yeah, Miss Trista,
Yeah.
and I mean, I guess everything. I mean, I would just say everything because of the people that I started to know, like Nathan and Christelle and Chris, Alex, like all them. I mean, everybody. I mean, there's too many
Who's your
names.
favorite out of all of them, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that right now. Who's your favorite out of all of them?
All of it, out of all of it, it's just, I guess, seeing people enjoy our show. That's my favorite part.
Jerry loves the auctions, man. I love the auctions too, man. Auctions are fun.
There you go, man. Yeah.
The auctions, man.
The
That's something
auctions.
else. That's crazy, bro. Wow, man.
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
I
Guys are
see a
throwing
lot.
hands in the auction over there.
Yeah,
You over there, over there, over there, over there.
I get so many messages like, "Hey, what time is gonna be the auction?" I'm like, I mean, it's gonna be at 2:30, because I see a lot of people that just go for the auction and they stay. I mean, they
Yeah.
stay there until. I mean, I've seen till 6:30. I mean, it's still a good flow till 6:30.
Yeah.
what
Mine's
about
a-
you?
I
you, Johnny?
enjoy watching the damn the cosplay, bro. I mean, I'm up there, with my DJ Jaime and myself, and excuse me, and I'm watching people come in, and I see a cosplayer coming in, and I'm like, who's that? And oh, damn! And I mean, I've seen some crazy cosplay, man. Like, wow, man, they spent time to do these cosplays, and then when we have our cosplay contest up there, man, I'm just at awe with all these, mind blowing how they take the time to paint their face and to decorate themselves, and they're all winners, man. I wish they all could win, but obviously it's up to the crowd and whatever, and we got to have one winner. And then I just like pulling shit out of the bag and like, let's do something. Let's just try this, and let's try musical chairs, man, and let's go for it, and let's do this, and let's have a guy versus guy for something, and just try to make it fun for everybody, man, and people enjoy that, man, when we see people laughing and smiling, and people are having a great time, and that's what we're all about. Go have a good time, forget about your damn problems for a little bit, look around, do some shopping, and hopefully they'll come back for our next show, man. But,
Yeah.
I mean, everything is cool, even the lip sync battle, man. We've had that too, where they're lip singing and stuff like that.
They get into it, man.
They get into it, man. It's crazy, bro.
They
We
get
love
into
it.
it, man.
We
Yeah.
love it, man. And hopefully
awesome.
we'll keep doing it, man. If we keep the crowd coming, we'll keep giving them to them, man, for sure.
Nice. I can tell you, I've been pretty petty with the auction, man. I've overpaid a lot, right, Fred? Just for the fact that I didn't want to lose. I'm like, nah.
Hey,
With everybody
once you
else,
get
dude.
into it, man, it's like it's an addiction, bro. It's
I'd be like,
like
I'm
you
like
said, you don't-
75, and Johnny would look at me dead in the eye, like 75, 75. I'm like,
80.
Yeah.
That's fun, man. It's fun. We have a blast. We always have a blast.
so given the fact that obviously it's the customer experience, right? Getting the comeback that you guys are talking about, but between the both of you, what would you say has been your major win? Like, is there one specific United that stuck out to you? Was it maybe the first one when you were RAs, or maybe it was the first one before the pandemic, or the first one back from the pandemic, or whatever it might be? Like, do you guys? What was your your major win, your favorite United that you guys put together. What made that one stick out the most from the rest?
The
Yeah, that's my
one
question.
that sticked out the most from all the rest, man, was I mean, I don't know what year it was. I mean, was it pre-COVID? I think it was pre-COVID. It was that time that I think you were there. I'm not quite sure. I think you were there that time that it was raining, pouring. They were saying that there was gonna like a tornado watch in
There was
Michigan.
a tornado watch.
There was like
man.
a huge flood in front of the UCX, and people were still coming, man.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Over there to the door, I'm like, it's gonna hurt our event. Man, people were still parking on the side of the stadium, and it was like maybe like 5 inches above the ankle, man, and they were still coming in. I was like, wow, like that's
Yeah.
the show that I'll remember the most.
I remember that show, man. While
Mhm.
I was DJing and stuff, my phone was going off. Beep, beep, beep. Take shelter at your nearest shelter and tornado. I'm like, holy shit, dude! There's a fucking tornado warning, dude, and we got all these people in here, man. I was already panicking, dude. What are we gonna do? Close the
Is
door.
that when you slipped through the back, bro, and left?
I,
I'm like, where's Johnny? Where's
I-
Johnny?
I live right there. I just jumped the fence and I'm home, bro. But people were still coming, dude. They were like through the water, and I mean the street was flooded up front. Remember that?
It was flooded.
The street was flooded, and people were still parking and crossing the street, man. And in the rain, they were coming in all wet, and we're thanking them for coming in. Anytime we're still coming, we're like, holy shit, man! And we have a lot of people coming in.
And that was the crazy.
That was that is one of the craziest times that I remember. And after we were done, we went out for dinner, and we were like, holy shit, man, people were still coming to the show. I mean, they could have just turned back, they could have said, screw this, I mean, let's go home, or but thank God, they were kind enough to come in and hang out with us and what have not, man. With that was awesome, man. Mine was my first expo. The first time that I went to this guy's show that he invited me to in Far, that I ended up going with him, and they had the snack bar, or the concession. They had the concession, and they had the munchies and all that, and I showed up and I was helping him out, and he had this DJ playing, like, I'm sorry, man, I won't say it. The same song like every 30 minutes, man. Like, what the fuck? Didn't we just hear that song like 30 minutes ago? It's like, oh man, yeah, but he was all into his show and stuff, and I was like, dude, man, I can do better than that, man. I mean, give me a chance. And he's like, you think you can? Shit, yeah, bro. Next show, I'll do it for you. And I was like, oh shit, what did I just do? But I'm like, I'll do it. And he's like, dude, I need ice, bro. I'm gone, bro. I'll bring you the ice. I went, brought him ice, and then right there, man, we just started clicking. And I mean, he didn't like, hey, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Not once, man. It was just do it. Do this, do that, do this. I'll get the music bundle. I'll put it on my playlist, and I'll let it go, and boom, it was a done deal, man. But my first show, man, in Far, dude. That again, the cosplayers, bro, just got me. Little kids in cosplay and adults and Pokemon jumping around all over the place and shit. It's awesome, bro. Up to this day, bro, I love it. I love spending my Saturdays there, bro.
You got Jiri or Jayri in the comments. The funniest moment was when you asked who had a hole in their socks to get a prize. The great thing people taking the shoe off the check. Johnny, I've been through every single expo, man. You always say it. Never fails.
Never fails, bro. We always have a bet on it, bro. We have a bet every time.
I'm like, that's one about the
yeah, dude, that's one of my favorites, bro. And I told everyone, I'm gonna keep throwing that son of a bitch until somebody says, I gotta have my sock. And people are like, oh, I don't have no sock, no hole in my sock, man. I'm like, really, man? Nobody. So little kids like, I have a hole in my sock, and that's how I put it on. I'm like, there you go, we got a winner. Yeah, we got old, man. Yeah. I love that, dude. That's funny. That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah. Or my favorite's like, who's from Rio Grande City? I'm like, who drove from Rio? And then boom, you got like 10 people showing up, fighting for it.
Rio? I was like, for real? Shit, like, bro. Yeah. Shit, you are from Rio. Like, badass.
Yeah, I was like, they drove that time there, but I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, that's a great expo.
Yeah,
Um,
sweet, man, sweet.
one of my favorite expos I can tell you guys is I mean they were all good. I've never had a bad one, but the one that always sticks with me is when they were robbing the La Plaza Mall, bro. I
Oh,
remember. I remember it was me and Fred working the table. I think Jay was in the shop. I'm not too sure if Jay was in the shop, but we had the shop yet. But I remember they were robbing the place, and I remember like it felt like a pause, bro. Like everyone's phone just went off at the same time, and I remember looking and telling Fred, "What the fuck?" And Fred like, "Bro, they just like robbed the mall." And I remember my chick and my child were at the mall. Obviously, before that though, thank God. But I remember I was like, "What the fuck?" And then the traffic never stopped. People were still shopping. Like it just like that show stuck up to me the most just in my memory because I remember like everyone just like looked at their phone and you could just see a universal look like damn
everybody
like
was looking at the news.
yeah exactly. So I
Uh,
remember that one. What about you, Fred? Anyone stuck out to you, Fred?
Um, Obviously, it'll be that one, the same one, man. All the shows are great. Never had a problem with none of the shows. Yeah, one was them all.
What's it called? And then our next question is: we talked about your major win. So with the highs come the lows. So what about major loss? Have you guys ever had one expo you kind of wish like maybe we should have pushed it back, maybe we should have canceled, or it didn't quite go, or the turnout didn't come as much as we thought?
I guess
You guys have any?
the one that was like slow was this recent one when it was like super cold and it was rainy. Like we didn't have that many people come in.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was like it was the one in November, this past November.
Okay.
It was
It was
like
cold,
30
man.
something degrees outside, and it was like drizzling, and like also I felt bad because the vendors were like bringing their stuff in to set up. I was like, man, like there was some vendors that are like, no, man, I'm not gonna get everything out because it's gonna get wet, and I was like, hey, it's all right, man, I understand.
Hey man, 30 degrees is like a warm front for me over here, man. Just so you know.
You
That's
got
like
Miguel,
wear shorts in
Garza.
North Dakota,
What's
bro.
the weather right now, Dave? How cold is it, brother?
Bro, it's like 32 degrees. That shit, it's a warm front, bro.
Bro,
Warm front.
Dang,
So-
well, it's gonna get cold tonight or tomorrow here.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
High 50s. Yeah.
Oh, high 50s. High 50s, guys. Sorry, guys. We all want the power grid to
We
shut
go
off.
we go shut down again. Texas will be out for another 7 days. You got
Miguel
Miguel
said-
was one of United Collectors Expo shirts coming back.
Hey, good question, bro. What's up with
Man,
the
dude,
shirt,
that's
bro?
what
Yeah, man,
It
that's a
seems
good
like Johnny's been telling Jamarno about the shirts. He gave him that look like, hey,
do, man. The shirt. I guess I stayed away from the shirts because they really didn't sell. Like a lot of people were like, no. But like Miguel, he was one of them that I remember he bought, and there was quite a few. But it's just getting the right. I guess it was white. Maybe a lot of people didn't like white shirts.
Yeah.
What color shirt would y'all like? There
Yeah.
you go. That's
There
it,
you
man. A red, green, pink. It's good. Why not?
If when we bring back the United shirts, what color would y'all prefer?
black.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
black, man.
I think black would be probably the one. Yeah, but it's
That's-
it's kind of hard to do the sublimation on a black
That's
because I
true.
don't like the printed ones because after a while they start looking kind of ugly.
They start crackling. So let's see. We got in the chat here. We got
JJ
JJ.
and
JJ, you're supposed to be at work, Jay.
And
JJ says black.
You gotta know.
Black.
Go stock the bread, bro.
They
Come
go
on.
suck the bread, Jay. Just so you guys know, JJ sucks
You
bread.
talking about my mama?
What'd you say about my mama?
Love that
You
movie.
want a black or pink?
Or pink? Ooh,
Pink would be nice, bro.
There we go.
Pink is the
For
new black.
October.
yeah,
For
that's true.
October.
For
Yeah, there you
cancer-
go, man.
Breast
For-
cancer awareness.
Yeah, breast
There
cancer.
you
awareness.
go. There you go.
Promote that.
There
Yeah.
you go.
What's it called? So I know we talked a little bit about like the different shows and different aspects of everything. So JJ worked till 10 p.m. I don't know about working.
You're not
Um,
my boss.
Snoozing.
You don't pay my
Listen.
bills.
We'll take over HEB now. Shit.
I ain't your boss, but you're my bitch. I'm just kidding. So, there's a lot of different shows. I know we talked about it a little bit before we got in the call, right? A lot of these little conventions, the one and dones, the ones trying to come up. So again, I'm not trying to burn anybody. Just a simple discussion, right? Because obviously, you guys being the collected expo, obviously there's going to be some competition or whatever. So how do you feel? Because I remember being able to scroll through the feed like on vendor pages, and it wouldn't be as much. And I swear it was like overnight, like I mean, obviously, because you guys helped us out with our parking lot event, right? But like, I felt like overnight it just like blew up. Like, you go the one Saturday and there's like 10 shows, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, like, can you put like that many vendors and 10 different shows going on the same day? Like, that's just the way that I felt. So, how do you guys feel about that? Like the shows that are popping up, or the shows that trying to take traction? If you want to name drop, you can. Whatever you guys want. But how do you guys feel about these little shows that keep popping up and things like that? Do you think it hurts vendors' trust, or it hurts the customers that don't really trust expos? Like, how do you think that's affected you guys as the United Collectors Expo?
Uh, for me, I mean, it's not gonna affect. I don't. As long as you put a good show, it won't affect anything. But for me, I feel more for the vendors, because if the vendor wants to do every show, they're gonna start losing merchandise. And it's gonna be kind of hard to restock. So I mean, for me, that's why I do it every other month. I see now you give them time to restock and stuff, but it's gonna be up to them. If they want to do every show that pops up, they're gonna realize that they're losing a lot of merchandise. So it's gonna kind of be hard to replenish whatever they're selling. But I mean, it doesn't affect me if they do shows or not. I mean, it's to each his own, you know. But I mean, for me, it's just the vendors. I guess just picking wisely where to go, what show to do, and all that. I see that it doesn't affect them. But as long as you do a good show, people will still come back. Mhm.
That's true. What about Johnny? What do you think about that?
I think we can all eat off of that poisonous fruit, bro. I mean, everybody needs to eat. You know what I'm saying? So whoever wants to come up and make their own show or do go for it, man. Kudos to you. Do it to it, and good luck to you, man.
Johnny will be eating some wagyu though.
Hell yeah, bro. I'll
Johnny
be
will be
there.
eating the wagyu.
Hell yeah, man. No, man. If we can make, I mean, look, man. Be honest, bro. I mean, we have uh, a con in McAllen, bro. Outstanding con, bro. I personally, I love going to that con. I don't think anyone's topped that con. I mean, it's one of the best here in the valley. And shit, I love going to that con, man. There's another one, the Poking Fest. I mean, that's also a legit one. Love that one, and that's good because people want that throughout the year. They wait for that one, and
Yeah.
people are talking about it, and can't wait for this con or that con or whatever, which is great. I mean, it'd be badass if they would do more often. Not just once a year. But again, you got to think about how much money it takes. I mean, it takes a lot of money to do any kind of showing. So I mean, but they do a phenomenal show, man. It is so awesome. We are small, man. I mean, we don't compare to them, but we don't take nothing from them. We learn from them, whatever we see, we go, hey man, that's pretty cool. Or we've talked to one or the other person running the show, and you know they kind of give us ideas, or we'll go and promote at their location, and they'll come and promote at our location, and everybody needs to spread their wings and fly, man. And like he did, he did it himself. He was over at a location and he said, you know what, I think I can do it. Why not? Fuck it, let's do it. And with the right people, with the to help you, and the funds, make your show happen. Let it go, man. And good luck to y'all. We've been blessed with our vendors. And I remember with this guy, dude, we'd go out and looking for vendors, man. I remember when we started, man, we'd go to shows and looking for vendors, and talk to vendors, and well, okay, and get their names down, and but we'd go to show after show wherever we can go, until he started going off on getting vendors, and then I'd call him, hey, so how'd it go, bro? How many tables do we have? And we have like 20 tables still left. It's like, holy shit, are we gonna have enough time to do this shit? And oh, somebody would call me and, hey, dude, somebody with Hot Wheels, man, they're interested. You got a table? Yeah, sign them on, and boom, and we get the tables done. How many tables you got left? Like 4. Oh, let me see who we can go find, and let's see who knows what, and and we finally sell out a show. Finally, it's like shit, man. We're sweating, bro. That we weren't gonna have enough vendors. Now sold out. Well, same day, boom. We're done that day by 7 p.m. Sold out. We already have all our vendor spots filled up. So that's why we need to look for a bigger venue where we can give that opportunity to everybody to come on out and sell, and you know, that's how we make our money, little, that's how people selling make the money. So if we can find a bigger location, and I was telling him, man, why don't we just make a damn big old uh, an event center ourselves, man. Let's buy some land, make an event center, and make quinceañeras on the side, and make,
United Collectors Expo wedding.
yeah, man. But we've thought of everything, bro. We brainstorm and stuff like that. But that's how you get places, man. You never know. That light bulb might go off, and boom, it's done.
Nice, very good. Yeah, I can tell you that, given the fact there's so many shows, I always still feel like we gotta do United Man. Like that's the one that always gives us the best to us and everything. Granted, there's little shows that are popping up, right? But I always felt like end of the month is a good time for restock. I mean, it gives you plenty of time, right? But I know there's been some instances, and I think we've even done it too, like where some vendors will be double booked. So on those days when people are double booked on the same day, do you feel like, let's say for example, that you have your event going on in Edinburgh, but there's another event going down in Harlingen, right, on the same day? Like, does that like discourage you guys? Because I know you guys have had a lot of professional courtesy. Obviously, because even as a vendor, I know you list all your dates. At the beginning of the year, right? It's going to be X, Y, Z month on this Saturday of this month. Do you feel like that affects like your customers coming in and out for that experience, or do you just say like, what, I'm not too worried about it. It is what it is. What's your take on that? On double booking the same days?
Yeah. No, for me, there's no concern because I mean, it's like if they book in Harlingen or Port Isabel or even here in McAllen, man. I mean, we still have our fan base. I
Yeah,
mean, each show has their fan base, and depending on what other show is at the same day, I mean, they're gonna pick wherever they're gonna go. And I mean, we've had a couple of events that are double booked, and I just don't see a dent on it. I mean, because people still go.
yeah,
I mean, they might go to that show first and then come to ours,
exactly.
or they come to ours first and then they go over there. So, I mean, it's it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think it hurts the vendors and also the people where they're like, which one should I go to? The ones that I think have to go through that decision is going to be the vendor. Like,
Yeah.
should I be a vendor at United, or should I be a vendor where whoever does the double booking? So I think it's more on them. I mean, I would say the customer. I mean, it would probably go to both.
Hey,
You
bro,
know?
I got to add this question. And I mean, it's up to you if you want to answer, man. But if you
Mhm.
have somebody that attends like a different one in McAllen, and they come to you and they're like, Armando, that other show, bro, just blew. It was dead. Do you get like a little bit of joy out of that, man, or no? You can be honest if you want to.
For me, no, man. I mean,
Johnny faces it all.
for me, it's not all about who does better or what. It's just doing a good show, and that's it. I mean, people are. I mean, it's like everybody likes something better, or everybody has a different take on what's good. Because I've heard, man, that was no good, whatever, but you also hear like, oh yeah, it was good. So it's like you watch a movie and I watch the same one. I might say it like it sucked, and you might say like, it was good. So it's just depends on the critic.
Yeah.
So, but for me, it's like everybody has a different opinion, but it doesn't really phase me. Who says what's better and whose is not, and to each his own. That's why everybody has an opinion. So, you know, but yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
I think it's pretty cool when there's two shows going on because it gives people something to do. Here in the valley, damn, bro, we ain't got nothing to do but go to the freaking mall and, whatever, pulga, go see 956 or whatever, you know. But at least it gives you something to do, come to our show, go to their show. And if you don't find something on that show, come find it at our show, and that's what I've heard people say, when I talk to them and they're like, oh, I went to that other show and I didn't find what I was looking for, but I came here and I found it, or I knew these guys had it. I don't know why I went over there, but or whatever it is, man. But it's good that it gives people to do something on that Saturday, go out and do your shopping, hang out with the family, family time, bro. That's what we're looking to. It's family time. Go have fun, man. Go over there and buy and come back, and and it's a learning experience for those vendors. Are they going to go to that show again, or they're not going to go to the show again? That's where you're going to find out, did I make money? I mean, it's a money thing. Did I make my profit here because I paid so much for the location, or did I make more profit on that location because it was more, so it's a 50, it's the way you see it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you could also say, when you have like this past show, when was it? The January show that we had. There was a vendor, like, they always have vendors like, hey, you still have spots? I'm like, no, I'm sold out. We'll let you know if there's anybody that cancels and stuff. So this time I had a cancellation, and so I text all the people that I have like on a waiting list. And there was this guy that he was like, man, I've been waiting for like a year to go into your show, man. And I said, thanks for letting me know. And so right after the show finished, he's like, I'm gonna book it again. Like, I don't want to lose a spot. And that's how it is, man. And that just goes to show you that you're doing a good show. As long as the vendors are selling and you have like the customers, so they'll come back, But if you do, like, if you see that there's no customers coming in and the vendor's gonna be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do this show again. So it all depends on the vendor. And
You got Jay Ree with Armando and Johnny don't get bothered because secretly they know their show's better.
No, man, not at all, man.
nah.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
we try to give the best show, man. As DJing, playing that music that people want to hear. It's funny, bro, because when I told him, I'll DJ for you and what happened, okay. I was like, man, I'm gonna throw some cumbias in there. I know, bro. No, no Spanish here, bro. No Spanish, no country. Keep it clean and whatever. It's like a
With
family.
the cumbias, you get Bronco to go dance there.
That's what I want.
I
I
think that would be the only exception I would do, man. If he comes, well, hey, he's gonna have to dance a cumbia. But
I told him
that, no.
I told him that dude brought 2,000 people to the flea market, bro. Imagine what he can do. Damn.
Yeah,
Charge only $200, bro. I'm about to bring him to the shop.
Shit.
Easy.
Hey.
But no, man, we have fun with it, bro. We have fun, and we try to keep what people want to hear, and we try not to play like the same music over and over again. We try to make it loud. I know people are like, it's a little bit loud in here. We want to keep it up mode, keep it up tempo, not like go in there and it's a freaking funeral, like, oh, what's going on? So we keep the beat going and make it fun for everybody, bro. So
5, 6.
The people have spoken.
Yeah, man, I've been telling this guy to do it, bro.
Whoever knows him, let him know.
that dude's got a manager already, bro. He's riding around in a limo now, going to the bars and hanging out. It's like this guy.
We will need everybody to tag him into this chat, please. United.
Bro, 956. Hashtag. No, but we make it fun, man. We try to make it fun all the time, man. All the time. We're tired as heck when we're done, bro. And it's crazy. Like, how are y'all tired? Man. We're tired. I told my girl, I was like, man, I'm tired. Tired of what? You're not doing anything. I don't do nothing. Just what do you mean? I'm over there blabbering my mouth off, and I'm walking around, and I'm trying to think of what's going on, what we're doing right, what we did wrong, and it's tired, bro. It takes a lot out of you, bro.
It's like me. I mean, I have a, I guess it keeps track of your steps on my phone.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I have like 12,000 steps, man. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm tired, man. My feet hurt, but hey, I mean, I go and talk to the customers, the vendors, you know, if everybody's having a good time and how they're doing, and all I get is good feedback. I mean,
Yeah.
that's that's one thing that I always keep track of, that everybody's having a good time.
Miguel's gonna get you guys Bronco. He just wants a free shirt.
Yeah, you got
Hey,
it,
¿tá?
bro. Just tell us the size, bro. It's yours.
Yuri's the last show, the 80s, 90s music was on point. People were walking by singing and having fun with it.
There you go, man. Yeah, and that's what I told him. I said, you know what? We're gonna put up more '90s now, bro. We've been hitting the '80s too much already. Let's pop it up a notch and go to the '90s now. So we play a little bit more hip hop of the '90s and moving it up a little bit. You know, changing it up to what we grew up with.
Mhm.
You know, well, not me. I grew up with the '80s, but
I mean,
guys might have grown up with the '90s. Oh man.
I'm like, I was born in '94.
And all that with some good music, brother. Yeah, but we have fun with it, man. Yeah,
and then it's so funny because we talk about that Bronco 956, right? Coincidentally comes up, but that's what we were discussing before. I know Miguel was probably waiting for this one. We talked about voice actors and talent, you know?
They already got a book, Miguel. Don't gotta worry about it.
I mean, Fred can't dance that well, but did you guys have any? And I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to share, right? Johnny needs to start playing them TikTok musics. That's what JJ said.
Oh yeah, bro. Make some money off of TikTok. No.
So, did you guys ever plan, or do you plan on maybe bringing, voice actor talent? I know, kind of right now. Me, and Fred talk about it a lot. Well, me, Fred, and Jay, right? I mean, obviously, you've seen a flooded market with autographs and non-certified autographs. I mean, and from a business perspective, you know, I'll kind of enter this a little bit before you guys go in. But even me and Fred, like, it's so repetitive. It feels like the same people are here all the time, you know. And Fred's like, "You want to get these autographs?" I said, "For what? We got like 10 of them." You know, like,
I'm not gonna be that guy, man. Like, I don't mind the Power Rangers, man, but when they're here every fucking weekend, like, God bless, bro. You got to get someone else before Power Rangers, man. It's just,
yeah.
or when the same Power Ranger pops come in after the event, this is a steal. No, it's not. I can't, man. Like, I just sold the last Pink Ranger like last week.
was
And
our
it's not gonna
clearance.
work.
Y luego para acabar
nothing wrong with it, man. Nothing like
It's not against nothing to him.
yeah, not trying to start something or anything. Like, there's people like Power Rangers, like it's fine, but like
It was
there
a
should be a
like
point when it's enough.
Yeah, bro.
So
yeah,
what have you guys thought? Have you guys ever talked about it? Have you guys ever discussed it?
Well, yeah, we've talked about it, man. I mean, I've been wanting to see who could help us out on getting a voice actor or a talent, maybe for July. Like, that's where I'm aiming for the event that we have for July. You know, just do something once a year, because I mean, our shows are every 2 months, so I mean, it's kind of impossible to do it every 2 months, bringing someone down. But I mean, I would want to do something like on like the one that I think it was Miguel that said that. You know, if I were to bring someone down, I would probably do the 2-day event for that one. You know, I mean, it's gonna be once a year. I was thinking July, since everybody's in like spring and summer, everybody's out of school and stuff. So, you know, just do a 2-day event maybe in July once we have a voice actor, you know, a talent. But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it.
You got Maggie D Flowers in the comments saying, "Hello, OMG, I love you guys."
Oh, thank you,
Like,
Mr.
Hey, Maggie, how you doing, mama?
Yeah.
The collectors are
Like, yeah, the collectors are United collectors.
Maggie, I love you all. Your cosplay, man.
Cosplay.
Every time you come in, I'm
There
like,
you go.
I'll check her out, man. Awesome job, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's very good. So let's just dabble a little bit. So if money was no object, right? Let's just play the hypothetical, right? If you could bring one person to United Collectors, who would you guys bring? So for me personally, I'm biased a little bit. I mean, more with the last. I would want to bring Mando, bro. You know, personally, like if money was no object.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal, bro. I mean, business standpoint, there's a lot of Game of Thrones pops and stuff like that. But just in a general sense, like it would either be a tie between him and the Punisher, because I think that guy's real down to earth. He has a really good podcast. I don't know if you guys ever checked that out, but he seems like a real down to earth guy. Seems. But if money was no object, that would be somebody I would want. So I guess Fred, if money was no object, who would you want to bring, or what do you think?
Bro.
Who?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
again.
Okay.
I can't, bro. Every
You know,
time,
bro.
bro. This guy has a man crush on him. Since he
Bro.
saw Brokeback Mountain, bro, he's been wanting to meet him.
Hey, it was on the watch, bro. It was on the watch. Let me.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. But I guess I'm gonna switch it up here. So Johnny, you first. If money was no object, right, and you could bring somebody in July, who would you want to bring? Like who's the first one that comes to your mind?
I'm out on left field, bro, with somebody coming in. I would bring like Johnson the Rock, bro. I'd bring somebody big time into the show, bro. That's who I would definitely bring, dude. That would be my number one person to bring in. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would like to meet and greet this guy, but ooh, I don't know, man.
Couple half a grand, half a mil, $500,000. Ain't that much, man? You good?
Yeah.
I can imagine Pedro. But what about you, Armando? Who would, if money was no object, who would you want to bring?
I think that's the Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
Ah, that'd
Yeah,
be sick.
That would be a nice one. Yeah, that would be a good one.
That'd be fucking sick.
You got Miguel wants Iron Man. You know he charges like $1,200 for an autograph, bro. Just
Holy shit.
Robert Downey Jr. charges like $1,200 for an autograph.
I guess the money would be no object for us, but what about the people?
Right?
You can see him, but you can't do nothing.
Nada?
You could be in the same room.
I mean, I give kudos to Oz, bro. Oz is a hell of a cosplayer, bro. This guy, ever since I've known this guy since back in the day, he's always been on point with his characters, man, and his makeup.
And Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, bro. That's like he nails it, bro. Like, damn, bro, you really did. You know, talking about Oz, man, I'll take you. There was a con in San Antonio. It was a horror con. Was it that we went to? It was a horror con, bro. And Oz was like, "Hey, man, hey Oz, I'm gonna share the story, bro. Sorry, I don't have consent, but it's coming out, brother." So I told Oz is like, "Hey, wait, vas a ir, wait?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go." Hey, pues, can I go with you, right? I'm like, "Yeah, you can get your ride with me, no worries." Armando went up there with his family, and I was gonna ride solo to San Antonio to this the con. So I took Oz with me, bro. So when we got into San Antonio, and he's like, "Hey, me tengo que cambiar. You know, I have to change into my cosplay, right?" And I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "You want breakfast?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was early in the morning. You know," he's like, "Let's go eat some breakfast. It's on me, right?" I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's go." We went to McDonald's, bro. So we go to McDonald's, and while we're like halfway done, dude, he's like, "I need to go get my shit to change, right?" I'm like, "Okay." So he gets his shit, and he's got a duffel bag, and he goes into the restroom, right? I'm over here finishing my breakfast, whatever, and I'm like, "Damn, man, this guy's taking too long, bro. What's going on?" So I'm like, "Let me go check up on him to see if he's all right." So I go in there, bro, and I go in there, and I open the door, and I look towards the restroom, bro. And on the bottom, dude, I see these clown feet and a red balloon, dude. I'm like, "Holy shit, bro." And then he opens the door, dude, and his makeup was on point with it, dude. I was like, dude, if that was ever a scary look, man, with those shoes on the bottom of the door with that red balloon, dude, I was like, "Oh, hell no, bro." So I'm riding around with it next to me. Like, I'm driving down the road, and people are like, "What the fuck?" You know? It was funny, dude. And we got there, man. We had a blast, bro. That guy was just, all the time. Every time he cosplays or at another con in McAllen, he's always walking around with what's that one from with the rabbit and what's that?
Mad Hatter.
That one, dude. That one's one of my favorites when he dresses up as a Mad Hatter, brother. Yes, yes, man. But yeah, I mean, that guy is always on point with that, and maybe we should have him dress up as have him as a guest, man.
Sure.
The cosplayer guest. That'd be a good one. I don't even know if he does cosplay anymore.
No,
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him and cosplaying anymore at our shows or at any shows.
We gotta reach out. I remember him taking a picture with Fred. It was the best picture I ever had with
Oh
Fred.
no.
Fred,
Me and David both hate clowns, man.
look,
It was a
I don't,
United Collectors Expo,
I
and
don't hate.
he comes to us, and I think it was David or Ashley. Ashley had him come take a picture with us, and he gets right between me and David. I'm fucking terrified of clowns, bro.
Oh shit!
And he starts hissing right next to my face, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, dude. Like I'm not playing. I'm letting you know right now, man. I go, I don't mind a picture. I go, but he starts hissing right next to my face, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, he continues to hiss. I'm like, hey, man, like, thank you for the picture. Like, just get the fuck away, please. Like, go over there. Like,
Oh, bro, that was awesome. Good time.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, man. But yeah, who? Jim Carrey. Oh damn,
Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves,
Steve,
Cervantes.
bro, that would be a good one too. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Get your John Wick sign.
That's true.
Imagine, bro. Imagine that guy coming in. Shit, bro.
That'd be
You'd have a line, dude.
Oh, yeah, you need extra security.
extra
You
security.
need all. Well, you got Edinburgh PD right next to you, but you need a lot more than just that.
Oh hell yeah, man.
That's funny. And I guess the last one that we have here before we kind of go into an open forum. So if you guys want to share, what are the big plans you guys have for 2023? I know you guys just have one convention under your belt, right? You guys have the January show. Fred will get the flyer up for the one in March here in a minute. But definitely, what are y'all's plans for 2023? Do you guys trying to wrap up the year to do something in 2024? Are you leaning more towards that July voice actor talent, or
Yeah,
if
that's
you guys
what
want to share?
too. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning more to. Maybe getting someone for the July show. That's the one that I really would want to do, and that one would, like I said, it would be a 2-day event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, would there be any particular genre? Like, would you look for anime or like TV show, Paramount Plus show? I mean, I don't know, Avengers stuff, Marvel theme, anything like that, or
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone?
I mean, I would say, I mean, I really don't know anything about anime, so I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm just asking around to see who would be a good voice actor to come down.
Yeah.
Like the Power Rangers, bro.
Yeah, not.
Power Rangers.
I never liked Power Rangers when I was small. So whenever they have like a special guest Power Ranger, I don't really go to. Yeah, so
Yeah, man, I always thought Cobra Kai would be cool to bring, man, straight up.
Cobra Kai.
Here we go, bro.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
it picked up and stuff, yeah. So,
So if we brought Cobra Kai, you'd come, David?
bro, shit, I'm coming back to the Valley in September. I'm employed or unemployed, bro. I'm either gonna be working at the shop full time, or we are taking donations, guys, for the podcast. Just so if anybody know out there, feel free to message us.
We're taking donations to make him stay over there too, guys. So if you never know, I got my cash up over here.
Well, do you guys plan on maybe going to a bigger venue? Are you guys still looking to get something bigger, or do you really want to build your own warehouse, or what's going on, or what?
That's the thing to do, man. I mean, just go to a bigger venue, pero.
We've been out there hustling, bro. We've gone out on after work. I call this guy up. Hey, dude, you busy? Let's head out somewhere and look around. Let's go travel McAllen Mission. We've found locations, bro, but
Pricing.
then we start measuring, and it's like, no, not big enough, man, not big enough. And then we find some locations that are too crazy in price, bro. It's like, oh man,
Too pricey.
I mean, we can do it. We can do it, but it's just gonna have to charge a vendor an arm and a leg for a spot for one day, and it's not gonna be worth it. It's like, no, man, we can't do that, man.
How much is too much, though? How much is too much? Because
That's true. That's a very good one. I was thinking it. I wasn't gonna say it out
How
loud.
much is too much, though? Because for us, we're doing a show later on in the year in San Antonio that costs us about $1,300 for a 10x10.
Okay, before I answer that question, I'll answer that question. But before I do, what's the cheapest you paid for a spot?
Honestly, it would be United Collectors Expo. Honestly, but
What was
I know, like me and David been doing this for about
Too long.
6 years, 7 years.
Too long.
Too long. And we done shows, man. Like I remember we did. I'm not gonna name out the show, but we did the show that was it was in this bougie event center, and like it had like fucking floral and chandeliers down. Worst show we ever done.
Bro.
But like
Negative
Yeah, like that.
money.
Like that one. Like, I think we paid like what, $250 for the spot or something like that. It was
Bro, we made like
horrible.
$20.
Horrible show. Like that's like to this day, that's probably like one of the worst shows we have done. And like that's the thing. Like it doesn't matter. Like I don't think price point matters when if you have like the great like following. So like that's like when we see shows that like are $800, $900,000, we look at past to see who they had, or like the kind of like their portfolio, what they have done, and like I could see like if you guys go a little bit bigger, I could see like maybe like $95, $100 a spot, 10 by 10, 10 by 20s. I know you guys like keeping the spots the same size,
Yeah.
but I could see I wouldn't mind paying 85 to 100 for bigger.
Yeah, you know, when we were thinking of moving to Par, um, that's something that him and I would be like, damn, man. And this was him. I tell, hey, you're gonna have to charge so much, making the math, and he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna charge too much for the vendors, bro. It's gonna be too much. And I'm like, I'm sure they're willing to pay, knowingly that our show can produce maybe some income on the guest part, and not charging too much either, because if we're gonna charge someone to come to our show $20, $15, $10, you know, people are gonna like, oh man, let me see, it's me and my wife, my kid, my boy, my girl, the babysitter. Holy shit, you know, that's gonna be a lot of money. So we try to keep it on the down low, and we were forced to charge a price that we didn't want to charge, because they were like, each of off of each ticket, we're getting a percentage off of it. So it's like, holy shit, now how are we gonna do that? You know, and they got to make their money, and you know, it's like you said, it's not about making money; it's having people come to the show where the vendors can, you know, take advantage of you know, making the money, not us at the door.
Yeah.
And you know, it was with that one shot that, you know, it was a dry shot. It happened. It happened. But now we found locations where we can easily charge a vendor, what would you say, like one plus, $100 and some dollars plus, maybe what, 175 a spot, you know. But for one day, you know, is a vendor willing to pay that much for one day at a new venue? Let's just say Mission. Let's say we were to go to Mission Event Center, and we're like, okay, we're gonna hit about $125 a spot, and we're gonna have a voice actor come in, you know, for one day, you know, charge what, $5 at the door, you know, keep it low, where we can possibly get a lot of people come to the door for the vendors to have the capability of selling. And you know, maybe it's, I don't know, we'd have to talk to some vendors. I think that's somewhere to start, like with you guys, like right now, just for shits and giggles. You know, would 125 be an okay price, or would it be like, oh shit,
We paid a lot more for worse.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
like, you know, we just don't want to scare the vendors to be like, holy shit.
No,
man,
because that's why, like when we're gonna go to the Far Event Center, I mean, they were charging us $4,000 there. And so, I mean, for me, I mean, I always think about the vendors and for the people to come in.
Yeah, man.
And that's one thing I did. I mean, that's what one thing we did. We did a fundraiser and also asked for sponsorships. I see that, so it won't be too much for the vendors to get a spot there, and for the customer, like the people to come, you know, to enjoy the show. So, you know, I always think about our fans and also for the vendors.
Jesus be liking the pizza discounts.
Oh,
There you go,
man! I love those pizza discounts, bro. I mean, we'd hit it up after we were done, dude.
Did they offer themselves, or did you guys like maybe deal with them, or?
No, plus actually, there was a United Collectors fan there, and he approached me and he told me, you know, that he was a manager there. So he asked me, hey, pues if you want, you know, we can give you all a discount as long as they bring the bracelet for the United Collectors Expo. And so yeah, we did that, pero he got out from being a manager there, so that's why we haven't had any. I mean, I've been wanting to go and talk to the whatever manager took over and see if they give us that same special or discount, whatever, you know, because I know a lot of people would buy pizza from them, or, you know, and it's profit for them, you know. So
Absolutely. I know, double back into it. I mean, it's when it comes to the expos, man, you got to establish a good reputation, and I might be biased, because obviously we've talked a lot on and off camera, some vendors, regardless if they want to pay 75 or $700, I think as a vendor and the business, me, myself as the owner and the salesperson, I'm responsible for making my own money. Because some people will say, well, I didn't make my own money. It's this person's fault. It's this person's fault. If my items are not priced, profile, I'm not posting, I'm not sharing, is it really my fault, or is it your fault, or why did I not break even? My one of my favorite things to do in any event that we do is set up our table and we make our table back before we even open the doors. Like that's one of my favorite things, and we've done it repeatedly.
Yeah.
And Fred can definitely contest. We've done it repeatedly for you guys to show, like, before the doors even open, the vendor's like, "Hey, you know what? I want this, boom, done." And I'm just like, "Well, that was easy." Like it's gonna be a great fucking day. Like I promise you that,
Yeah.
for sure. But honestly, I think I'd be more comfortable paying anywhere between like 175, 150. Just because I know that we can turn it around, we can make that money easily.
Yeah.
And I know that there's some vendors there that's like, well, I didn't make nothing. I said, well, your stuff doesn't have a price, one, so some people, they're shopping on a budget. They don't want to interact and say, hey, how much is this? And, then some people get mad. Well, they're always lowballing. I said, well, if they had a price point to start with, like,
Yeah.
that's already like half the issues there, but
Mhm.
I feel like 150, 175 would be a good one, especially with where you guys are going, just personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about it before off camera, all four of us, before we've had that talk.
Mhm.
But that's just how I feel. So I think you guys have a lot of wiggle room there, just personally.
Yeah.
Me.
Mhm.
So, but well, this is pretty much the getting towards the end here. So before we start sharing some information, what you guys want to share, do you guys have any questions for us? I always like to kind of turn it over to the guests if you guys have anything in regards to me and Fred or anything like that. I like to turn the table around here for a bit.
Oh shit.
No, man. I mean, I guess the only question would be when's the next outdoor event? Or, collect.
So,
Yeah.
We'll get back to you on the next one. Nah.
so
Yeah.
about that. So,
Yeah.
obviously, and I've always been grateful because I know Armando and Johnny, you both have helped us out, when we started our first one. And so
We
our
still have your
most recent
speaker in
one.
the back.
Yeah, we still got your speaker, by the way.
Speaker, yeah.
But Johnny's like, that's where it's been. I know that me and Fred were talking about, what's up? We got Johnny Funko Pop and Sons in the chat. What's going on, Johnny? We did talk about moving the parking lot show indoor. So when I was there in October, when I came to visit, I forgot who this vendor was, man. And I remember telling Fred, I felt so bad, like, because it was hot. The dude came and said, we always provide water and drinks for everybody, right? He was in a drenched sweat, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he
the one
lost.
selling the anime figures, right?
Yeah, dude, he's lost like 20 pounds, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like, I felt so bad,
He
bro.
was sunburned. He was happy as
Bro.
hell, but he was sunburnt.
But
everywhere.
he was so grateful, bro. Like, he's like, hey, I appreciate the opportunity, man. I've heard you guys do real good. Like, he was super grateful. And I just afraid, bro, like, I can't, my conscience will not allow me to do that again. Because if this guy passed out, I'm not giving him mouth to mouth for sure. Like, that's not gonna happen, But like, bro, like, I felt bad. And so I know that recently, I think it was maybe last week, we were looking into a venue to go inside. So instead of maybe doing it every other month, we're thinking about doing this one time a year. Just to kind of do that. And I mean, we don't have any, well, I don't have any plans to bring talent. I don't think we've really talked about that. We just kind of want to transition the people that have been wanting to come because we're so limited with that parking lot to something inside.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've talked to you guys about it before. I respect what you guys do. And again, mutual respect. We don't want to step on each other's toes. I don't want to have an event every other month and just kind of kill the vendors, kill the market. So we're thinking maybe, I was thinking like a back to school bash, like in August, like right before school starts. Haven't been dedicated to it. I mean, we were just kind of shooting it, but we did find a venue that was an acceptable price. But I mean, I feel bad for the guy, bro. Like, honestly, and I know Fred knows what I'm talking about. This guy, bro, like, I thought he was gonna pass out, bro. Like, oh man, I felt so bad for him. And if he's watching there, man, I feel you, man.
You're a real one, man. You're a real one.
Yeah, you're a real one, bro. You lasted the whole. You didn't pack early or nothing, bro. Like, like he managed through it. So.
No, man. Well, if you all need a DJ, bro, I'm here for you. If y'all need one or if y'all got your own, well, kudos to you.
Bro,
We're always trying to help you guys for whatever you need.
I want to hear you with the sock joke again, bro. That's the one that's gonna get me every time.
That's it. That's all I
I
want.
will say it. I will say it. I'll bring it up.
Alrighty, so I know we talked about a possible giveaway here. So before we do it, I'm gonna have Fred here share the flyer. If you guys want to just run through it, so we know we got
Yeah.
United Collectors every other month, so we know that one's coming up. So as soon as Fred can hopefully get it going, so it's his first time, guys. So it's his first
Bear
time.
with us.
Go.
Bear with us here.
You know it's not up, right?
It's not up yet. No. Do it. What do you want me to do?
What do you mean do it? I can't,
Oh wait, no, I hate this. My bad.
Difficulties here.
My bad.
So as you guys can see, we're not tech savvy. There you go.
There you go.
So we got it right here, guys.
Wait.
We can walk through the flyer here. So I don't know if one of you guys wants to just kind of talk around through it. I mean,
Coming March 25th, 2023.
But I was hearing the monster truck rally.
United Collectors Expo coming your way.
March
Yeah, man.
25th.
March 25th, man. That's the date. Hopefully, we can have a lot of people show up to this one. It's in March. Probably spring break? No spring break. After
is it?
It's after.
No,
I think
after
it's
spring
after.
break, man.
Well, it's actually all March is spring break. I mean, you have different schools that have different dates.
That's
and
true.
Stuff, so
Very true. Very true.
the all March is spring break for everybody.
I know
Share
we
the
got-
flyer, guys. Share the
Yeah,
flyer if
share.
you can.
And also
Post,
join
share,
our
and-
United Collectors Expo group.
For sure.
Let's make that one big. It's because our
Some
last
$5 to
one.
share, guys. It's free.
Our last United Collectors Expo was
hacked.
hacked.
Well, my profile got hacked too.
So there goes that.
Yeah.
We got Maggie. Go, Fred. You can do this. Look, you got people that believe in you, Fred.
Maybe.
There
I
you
had-
go.
Oh, Fred,
had
you
no
can do this.
I'm one of those. I'm gonna let you know. I'm like the youngest one here, but I'm the horrible when it comes to anything technology.
Jesus. What's up, Jesus? What's up, Maggie?
Semana Santa.
Maggie, you still here?
Yeah.
Maggie
Still
still
there.
around? All right, Jesus.
Who's ready for the giveaway?
Who's
Yeah.
Juan Campos? Who's that guy?
He's a nobody. Nobody.
Talk some bread or something.
I don't know. What's
He's
up, Juan?
He's a nigga.
Funko Pops. Funko
Hey,
Pops.
guys.
Son, Johnny, man. How about them Niners, bro?
Shit, bro.
Bro, man.
There's-
I don't want to. Okay, so
Corny, brother. That was
Rudy had a great story, bro. I'm gonna sidetrack it, bro. Like his story, bro, was great. That's the best 30 for 30 on ESPN, bro. Straight up.
What
Who's
was
got it, David? Eagles or Chiefs?
Talk to me.
Oh,
What
bro,
was
for Brody, so he was a backup in college, right? Then he won the Big 12 conference as a starter. Then he became Mr. Irrelevant, right? So he became third string. Star got hurt. Jimmy G got hurt. Then he became the starter. 8-game winning streak, 7-game winning streak. Then obviously they lost at the end,
Yeah,
right?
fucking destroyed. Wait.
Yeah, bro. But it's such a good story, bro. Like if he won, bro,
See that hit, dude?
and he made the Super Bowl, that'd be the best 30 for 30 next to Ric Flair. Just
The
personal
backup got hurt, bro.
opinion. Yeah,
Yeah,
They,
man.
they threw in Brucey from the longest yard. You see that first throw they did? God, fucking
bro.
let's go.
I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan through and through, all day, every day. You know what I
That's
mean?
the worst thing in the world, man.
But the story,
I feel sorry for you.
the story was great. So
And well, we have two Texas quarterbacks, which is going to be good on the Super Bowl. You know,
That's
you
true.
got Mahomes and what's the other dude? What's his name?
fuck, bro. I hate the Eagles, bro. I don't even pay attention.
Mahomes
Mahomes for sure.
Jalen Hurts, no?
Hurts. Yeah, dude. Alabama. I think he played in Alabama.
Because I think the Eagles are going to take it.
You think so?
I think Mahomes going 2 for 2.
Chief, what do you guys think? What the chat think? You guys going for the Chiefs or going for the Eagles? Because
I will say
think
Eagles,
the
man. I
Eagles,
think the
man.
Eagles are going to pull it, man. They got a strong defense. Niners. Oh. Did you just wake up, brother, or what, man?
next
Game, bro.
next year's my year.
You're sounding like a Cowboys fan, Johnny. Don't do that, Johnny. Don't do it, Johnny.
It's a Johnny. That guy is a Niner fan through and through, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a Niner fan right there. Loyal to his team.
He's going to be sitting down with the Cowboys
Go
watching.
Cowboys,
Super
Maggie.
Bowl.
Maggie's a Cowboy fan. There you go.
There you go. That's the winner of the raffle, bro. Maggie, Cowboys fan. There you
Maggie
go.
wins.
All right, so Johnny, do you want to do the intro for the giveaway? I know we talked about it off camera. And
Yeah,
stuff.
man. Mahomes. What?
Mahomes will be too much for the Eagles. I
Yep.
mean, I don't like the Eagles, bro. So I'm going Kansas City, bro. I hate the Eagles.
You see? Yeah, possibility, man. But well,
Little
may the
TikTok
best
dance
team
that
win,
wins.
right? It's a Sunday, dude. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
You're gonna watch it at home or you're working?
Well, actually, there's two national holidays for the collectors. We have Christmas and we got Super Bowl.
Oh,
Only 2 days we close, man.
Straight up, bro.
Only 2 days
No
we close
bullshit.
here.
that's pretty cool, man.
Hey,
But let's do this giveaway, man. We got a little giveaway that we brought, man. That we wanted to do a giveaway for all our supporters that are on the chat. It's pretty cool, man. I like it, dude. But you know, it's a giveaway, and so let's get it going, Mando. Show it to the people.
our names on the raffle also.
I'm like, do I have a chance to win it back?
We got this Venom Pop. I stole it from my son.
Just don't tell them.
So, mijo, if you're watching, this is not yours.
Hey, hey, it is what it is, bro.
The 40th anniversary PX exclusive
Pop.
glow in the dark lethal protection comic cover of Venom.
Something like that, man. We're not good at that, but that's what it is.
It's right there.
Pretty cool, man.
Perfect.
That's
Tell me-
perfect.
Tell me when to add your screen to the first person.
Let
Dang.
me just get the last person. Someone join.
David, I don't know about can David. Why not, man? Throw David in the pop.
See if we can
Why
get
not?
it. All right, so we got a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's pretty good, man.
10 people. 10 people in this wheel spin. Okay.
If your initials are DC, you win the prize. David.
Yeah.
Share screen. Share screen. Let's get this. Motherfucker.
This is the last time.
There you go.
All right, let's see. So,
Oh,
I feel like
oh,
this
God.
is half illegal.
Oh God. Okay, we're good.
What?
You got it?
Okay. Am I live?
Yeah, you're live. I see it. I see it. Do y'all see it in the chat?
Who's
Okay.
Lionel Morgan?
So we're gonna go. It's gonna be the first name out, guys.
Who's
First
Pat
name.
Morgan?
First
Who's
one.
Willy Wonka?
Who's Willie G?
It was really we just add random names, bro, before we can win it back.
Stupid shit.
We do this.
Hey, there's an empty spot there.
Put my name.
Is there an empty spot?
Yeah,
What
right
is that
there.
doing there?
Put spin again.
Give me a sec.
Once again, guys,
There you go.
this is not rigged.
There you go. So, I'm gonna shuffle it. 4 times, 5 times, 6 times.
How about last man standing?
You want to do last man standing?
Oh yeah, that'd be great, man. That's cool. Last
All right, well,
one,
let's-
last one
let's-
wins it.
They changed it. Last man standing. Let's go.
Yeah.
You would have won, but they changed it, guys. Let's see.
That shit.
Lovely.
And Miguel's out.
Miguel
Out.
got us.
Bye, Miguel.
Sorry, brother,
Miguel.
you're out, Miguel.
And let's go.
Adios.
Womp, 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 womp.
I feel like we're gonna get shut
You
down.
got Willie Zuniga out.
Willie Zuniga, you're out, Papa. Sorry, bro. Latest.
Hey, Papa Son wins, bro. Nope.
No, we respect it.
Jay Reed.
Oh man, sorry, Jay.
Man.
You're out, man.
Lovely.
Alex.
Alex, you're out, bro. Sorry, brother.
I feel cheated. You should feel out on the spin. I'm just kidding.
And Willie G out.
Willie G, man. Oh my goodness, who's he gonna be, man? Look at that.
Right, who's left?
You got Kyle Moran out.
Kyle.
I can feel the intensity. It's so quiet.
Pep
Pep,
Garcia out.
Pep Le Pew.
El Pep.
A la madre.
Man, he does some good
The 3D printing.
3D.
3D.
designs.
Ooh, Maggie's
Maggie.
out.
Ooh.
Bye, Maggie. Sorry.
Bye.
Let's see, you got down to the last 3, guys. Down to the last 3. Well, I'm gonna fuck it all up. I'm gonna shuffle everybody.
Shuffle. Oh, David C, you're out, brother.
Blame it on Fred. Blame it on Fred, man.
It's between Pops and Sons
Pops and Sons.
and Jesus Cervantes. And
Bro, I already know.
Why isn't it 50-50? Ah, there it is.
Yeah, it is, man.
Oh,
Oh, you're out.
Just like the Niners, you're out.
Niners,
Nacho.
Follow the team. You're out.
You can really spin it. It's one
Man,
pick.
I'm just taking it out.
All right, Jesus.
Right before the Super Bowl, you're out, Mr.
Hey,
Johnny.
Zeus.
Hey,
we
that
got-
wasn't intentional, man.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was cool. That was cool.
That was very good. I'm not gonna lie.
The Expo on March the 25th. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, pick it up then. I definitely, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think
Rick.
Rick,
No, man.
Johnny, you got like 6 of them. You got like a case.
2 out of 3. Let's go again.
Right?
Rock,
That's
paper,
it.
scissors.
Yeah.
Jesus is thankful. So,
That's fun.
are they gonna pick it up at the shop or they pick it up at the expo or? I don't.
Pick it up
I-
here. Pick it up at the shop.
No.
Pick it up at the shop. No,
Pick it up at the shop.
Yeah, man. We'll pick it up at the shop,
Pick it
man.
up
We'll
at
have it
the
there.
shop.
We'll have it
Right.
there.
And take a
There you
picture. Man.
3937 South McCall Road, Edinburgh.
It got lost in transit, bro. I don't know what happened.
It's in the shop. Definitely, guys.
They're probably gonna sell it, man.
Yeah, right. No, but that's not true, bro. Jesus
Put it in the
collects, bro. Jesus collects. I can tell you that straight up. Jesus is an awesome customer of ours.
Yeah,
Not kissing his ass or nothing. Jesus, you cool
that guy
dude.
Cool, man. That's
is always winning giveaways and whatnot. He
Yes,
wins
bro.
them in the streams too,
all the
man.
time.
damn, bro.
So buy some lotto tickets for us.
Yeah,
But I do want to thank you guys, Johnny and Armando. I know we had to do a reschedule a while back, but I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day, not only to help us with the podcast and help us as a collectors and help us with our parking lot event. I'm about to run out of air with everything you helped us with, you know.
Hey,
But,
maybe we might start a podcast and we'll have you over.
Hey, bro, I'm down, bro. You let me know.
Yeah, we'll start our own little podcast, bro.
Hey, man, you know, I think it's awesome, man, because I think, you know, a lot of times people are real interested in backstories, you know, like what got them started and stuff, because, you know, and it's kind of like what you guys talked about. When you guys are in the expo, you know, you're running up and down 12, 14,000 steps a night, you know, or a day. You know, you want to try to say hi to everyone, and sometimes they can't, but, you know, our podcast is Tuesday at 8:30. It makes, you know, a little bit of a connection with everybody, you know.
For sure, man.
So,
For sure.
but I'm truly grateful for you guys showing up. I appreciate you guys' time. Definitely looking forward to trying to find a vacation around the valley so I can go to a United. You know, that's kind of what I want to do, or quit Walmart in general. Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So,
Right.
one while it lasted.
it was fun while it lasted. But Fred, anything else you want to cover before? Or?
Nah, just once again, man. Thank you guys. I know you guys helped us out with a lot. Parking lot events. I know doing your shows actually made us grow the way that we are now. It was the amazing customers you guys would invite into the events that would like persistently telling us like open up shop, we will support you, and that's what kind of pulled the trigger between me, David, and JJ when we did the indoor market.
Yeah.
And then when we opened up here, it was the same thing. Just the amount of help that we got from you guys, the customers, and everybody, man. We just appreciate it.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
All right, guys. So again, we've got Johnny coming. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for all that you do. March 25th.
Hey, brother.
March
March
25th.
25th. Starts at 12. $3 entry fee. We got cosplay. We got games. We've got the same sock jokes we're gonna hear again.
So wear your socks with holes.
Hey, when do you fall for that damn fucking trick again? Every single one of your socks have a damn hole, okay?
Bro.
It's funny,
I
but
don't know. I mean,
I wear sandals. I can't even show you my socks, bro. That's the worst part.
with your Mudson toe,
My Morden's still.
Morden's toe. That's where one of his toes is bigger than the other toe.
sharing our group page, our event
Yeah,
event
man, for
page
sure.
and stuff. I mean, we also want to thank each and every one of vendors también, and for the cosplayers. Thanks for making the show also enjoying the cosplayers and the vendors and the people that participate in the. I mean, sometimes we have karaoke, sometimes we have lip sync, but they still have a good time. So, but I mean, everybody pitches in, even the vendors with their door prizes. I mean, a lot of vendors pitch in for door
Yeah.
prizes and stuff, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because we try and give out a door prize every 30 minutes or every other hour. But I mean, people still like the door prizes and the auction. But I mean, if y'all have any any ideas of what to do at the show, just let us know. We'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys haven't followed, I know there's a United Collectors Expo page group. Definitely give them a like and a follow, guys. Definitely open to ideas. But besides that, we want to thank everybody. Our podcast is every Tuesday at 8:30. Don't know who we're gonna have next week.
We
Not
could
too sure.
possibly have you there.
Yeah, right, for
There you
sure.
go.
There you go.
But we'll
Shout
see
out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you all
Man.
for hanging out with us. Thank you all for hanging out, man. It was great reading y'all's messages on there, bro. That's cool.
Alrighty, guys. Well, yeah, have a good night. We'll end the podcast, guys, and make sure you guys see you March 25th, right?
Man.
Peace out.
Thanks,
Love.
guys.
Peace.